What's up guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Michael. Today the video is about how to buy your first rental property in your 20s. And if you like the content, don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it a lot. And with that being said, let's just begin. So I believe there are a couple steps you have to follow, especially when you are buying your first rental property. Because if you think about it, the first rental property is the property that you learn the most. You know, and it starts with defining your goal, because if you know why, it's way easier down the road. For example, why do I want to buy it? What kind of, like investment return I'm looking for? Do I want to get as much money every month, or I'm more focusing on, this property will go up in value in this location the most? Once you get answers for all these questions, I think it makes whole decision process way easier for you. Then the second, what I like to do is researching the market. What I mean by that always when you buy your first rental property, buy it close where you live. Because if you think about it, you don't want to be driving 2 hours just to see new tenant, right? Or something is broken, or you are buying just, new furniture. It's very good to have it close by. And you have to figure it out as well, that you want to buy 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, do I want to buy a house? Then the third, that is I think the most important, because money doesn't grow on the trees, right? So it's about finance. Usually we put down 20%, sometimes you can do less, or sometimes you have to do more. In this age, it's the biggest financial decision that you might make. Usually it's like that, right? So you want to figure it out, your finances, and you have to have money saved up even for additional cost, because sometimes people think, okay, I have 20% and that's all. But what if you have to be remodeling, or you have hard time to find a new tenant, but you have to be paying mortgage? So that's why you have to have some money saved up. You have to save up some money for unexpected situations, right? Important to mention as well, there are so many young kids that you don't have any money, right? And it's totally fine, because I feel it's important to make the decision that you want to buy it and you commit yourself for it. And then whether you buy it next year or 2 years from that, or 3 or 4, still good, right? For example, my friend, what he did, he actually committed that, okay, I want to buy first rental property in 12 months period. How he did it? Because he didn't have any money, but he started saving up money every month. Or you are a student, and I really don't like that kind of opinions that they are saying, you are a college kid, you cannot buy anything, it's very hard. Of course, it's challenging, but it's doable. For example, in States, you have this FHA loan that they are offering, and it's like this, that for example, the property costs 100K, you can put down 5%, which is 5 grand. So they are giving you these kind of options, and they are giving you lower interest rates compared to other, products they have in the bank, like normal mortgage and so on. Yes, there are some requirements that people have to meet. It's doable. Not for everybody, but very doable. On the other hand, for example, in Central Europe, you have to be working for at least 3, 6, or 9 months in order to, get qualified for a mortgage. But there are some students, they cannot work, right? Because they are in school 5 days in a row. You don't have to work 5 days. You can work 3 days. You are gonna get less money, but they are still gonna give you some mortgage. And people don't know this, right? Different banks, they take different, contracts. But yeah, very doable. Then, once you figure out the finances, then we are going to getting pre-approved. So pretty much how it works, the bank is gonna give you kind of paper that saying that how much you can take from the bank, what are the interest rates, and so on, like the different conditions. I sign a deal, they call me up that, hey, your credit card is not paid off and we are not gonna give you that amount of money anymore. And I was like, what? My credit card is paid off. But there was some 50 euros that I forgot. That 50 bucks made my process way longer, because all these documents that they were actually asking for, it was ridiculous. Or they called me that my account can go to the negative balance. But I told them, well, I'm not sure, I never use it, but I was never in minus. They said, yes, but we are gonna give you 5 grand less. Of course, it did work out and everything was fine. It just took more time. So if you can get pre-approved, I think you cannot go wrong with that. In States, it's very good to build up your credit score, very important, and pay everything on time. In Central Europe, it's good to not having like a bad debt, you know, let's say you have a lease, you know, for a car or anything like that. They will still give you money, but kind of less, of course. Other step is getting a real estate agent, which is important, but it's not necessary, right? Because it's always good when you have somebody, like right now, at least one agent that he knows someone on the market. It's good if somebody calls you up, hey, there is this property, it fits your numbers, come here and take a look, I think it's good investment. Way better than you have to just go through a listing, you know, step by step and be calling to other people, you don't know them, they don't know you, and there is, you know, kind of lack of trust and so on. Again, when I was buying first, I didn't know anybody, I just went through a listing, and you know what, it was pretty good deal to be in still. You just cannot go wrong with a real estate agent if he's, you know, like very legit and hardworking and trustworthy and so on, of course. The last step, which is like kind of making an offer. And I like Patrick Bet-David, he was saying actually that now is the time to make ridiculous offers. And it's totally like that, because if you think so much uncertainty in the world, you know, like there is inflation, there is war close by and so on. So make a, you know, ridiculous offers that you would never, you know, made before, right? For example, in my scenario, I remember like there was an apartment, like I think it was 115, 120 grand. And I just, you know, okay, let's do 90. And they were like, we are okay to do 100K, which was like, I don't know, like more than 10% discount. You cannot go wrong with that, right? And I would never, you know about it if I would not ask, right? So make ridiculous offers. The worst case scenario, they will say no, right? Once you find a deal, make an offer, you buy it, you know, almost the last step is just to find a new renter or tenants if they are not, you know, there and a property is empty. If there is one message from this video, I would take this, because so many people are saying, you know, when you are buying your property, there's, you know, people are calling you in the evening that there is, I don't know, fridge is broken or water is leaking or anything like that. And I like right now, like Grant Cardone. Actually, I didn't used to like him because, you know, so much stuff going on with him, but now I think he does a really good job. And he said, you know what, having something broken in my apartment or anything like that, it's a good problem to have. But having my apartment empty, that I cannot rent it out, that's a problem. And I would totally relate to that, because I was feeling so bad that my apartment was, you know, listed for 2-3 weeks and there was nobody coming and calling, you know. I was thinking, wow, that's kind of a problem. But obviously everything was fine after that. And if you just think about it, like there are so many myths, you know, about real estate and so on. It's challenging, but it's definitely worth it. And I always say, the earlier, the better, of course. With that being said, that was my first video about how to buy your first rental property in your 20s. If you like the content, don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it a lot. If you have any questions, you can always put them down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Until next time.